Hey everybody, a little support video for con skills. Whenever I go through the con results each week and I see that you're having a hard time on a particular skill, I'll make one of these videos. So today's video is on converting fractions to percents. So I'm going to go here to the practice for converting fractions to percents. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go through it just like if I was a student, how I would handle the problems and how I do them. Okay, so let's go. It says 13/10 of a number is what percent of that number. So basically, they're just asking you to convert fractions to percents, and they're saying that the fraction you're starting with is 13/10. So remember, percent means for every 100, so you're looking for an equivalent ratio out of 100. All right, so we ask ourselves, well, what can we multiply 10 by to get 100, right? What can we multiply 10 by to get 100? Oh, we'll just times it by 10, right? So you can times the bottom by 10. If you times the bottom of a ratio by 10, you have to times the top by 10 as well to keep it an equivalent ratio, because 10 over 10 is 1, right? So it's multiplied by a value of 1. And whenever you multiply by a value of 1, the value stays the same. So we're just taking a new form, but the value is the same. And so 10 times 10 is 100, and 13 times 10 is 130. So what you'll see is this is 130 out of every 100. Now, remember, percent means for every 100, so this is literally 130 out of every 100, 130%. Right? Percent means divided by 100. So this is 130%. Okay? So you go over here and you go 130%. Remember, 100% is one whole. So 1 is 100%. This is more than 1. 13/10 is 1 and 3/10, right? This is 130 out of 100. This is 130%. All right, and then we go to the next one. It says about 1/10 of the human population is left-handed. About what percent of the human population is left-handed? So really just asking you what is the equivalent percent to 1/10. And so this is really easy. So it's just 1 out of 10. You're going to times top and bottom by 10 because you want to get it out of 100, not out of 10. And you end up with 10 out of 100. So it's 10 for every 100 or 10%. And that's the answer. So this is 10%. 10%. All right, and the percent sign's already there, so you don't need to add it, obviously. You just put 10 in there. All right, that's it. All right, next question. It says 22/25 of a number is what percent of that number? Okay, great. So let's take a look at it. So 22/25, let's erase this stuff. 22/25. Well, I'm thinking 25 is a quarter, right? And there's 4 quarters in a dollar. So that means that we're going to probably end up multiplying here by 4 top and bottom. So we're going to times top and bottom by 4. And we're going to end up with 25 times 4, which is 100, which is what we want for 100%. And 22 times 4 is going to be 20 times 4, which is 80, and 2 times 4, which is 8. So 80 plus 8, which is 88. So we have 88 out of every 100. And like we talked about, per 100%. So this is the same as 88%. So when you put it in, they already have the percent sign there for you, right? So you don't need to add the percent sign in, right? We can just put in 88. And you're done. And then the next question says, Mia is answered 19 out of 20 questions correctly on her last exam. What percent did she get correct on her last exam? So once again, real simple, straightforward problem. What is the percent that is equivalent to 19 out of 20? So here we're going to go 19 out of 20. What would I multiply 20 by top and bottom here to get equivalent ratio out of 100? Well, 20 times 5 is 100. So we're going to multiply by 5, top and bottom. And that's going to give us an equivalent ratio out of 100. 25 times 5 is 100, and 19 times 5 is the same as 10 times 5, which is 50, and 9 times 5, which is 45. So 50 plus 45, 95. This is 95 out of every 100, or 95 per 100, or 95%. Okay, so this is 95%. Okay, that's per every 100. So over here, you just go 95. It already has the percent symbol. We're done. And that's how you do converting fractions to percents. So these were actually really easy. This wasn't any division required. It was a real simple one. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. And I'll catch you next time on Con Support videos.